Welcome, friends. I thought I'd bring you along with me as I made some feature paper for my prayer journal. I love this beautiful serviette. It's so pretty, and I'm going to use it as the basis for a pretty feature paper in my wall binder. So first of all, with a serviette, this one's 3-ply. I think most of them are 3-ply, especially the pretty serviettes that you find. And so I'm going to strip it back, so I've got 1 ply to work with, and that's because it will just stick easier and adhere easier to the paper that I've got underneath here. It's quite it's more like a thin cardstock actually what I'm using. That's me separating the ply there. I think I've got another video on working with serviettes and how to put them in your Bible. I love doing it because it really looks like you've done the painting yourself. And just there, that was me checking that there was 2 ply left, so that I know that I've got all the pieces. Here's me sort of sizing it up and seeing what part of the pattern I want on the paper. Here's my favourite crafting resource. You can see how much I've used of this Mod Podge. I've actually used it on for what do they call it? Decoupage. So I've done a cabinet in my house with this Mod Podge with maps. So I've repainted the cabinet, and used the Mod Podge to varnish the maps of Dorset on my cabinet and drawers, and it looks beautiful. It's so diverse that you can use it on most things. I did see somewhere once though that it depends on what climate you live in. I mean, here in London it's mostly cold, but I think if you're in a hot climate, something happens to the glue. But I've never experienced that before, like where we are. So I really couldn't say, and I wouldn't have an alternative for you to use if you are in a hot, humid place. So I spread the Mod Podge over the paper, and I'm going to just spread that serviette over the top. I like to use my fingers. I know you can use rulers or tools to make sure you get an even spread of the serviette so you get no bubbles, but I really do like the feel, like feeling where the air pockets are, patting them down. I must say you do have to be careful doing this though, because obviously the glue is quite wet, and sometimes when you press down you can feel the glue coming through. Just be careful it doesn't stick to your fingers and tear the serviette. So you've got to work quite quickly. Taking all of the air pockets out. And I've done this with a couple of cards, like handmade cards. And sometimes I like the look, when it sort of ripples on the top. It could be quite a nice look. But I'm sort of trying to get as much of that out of this piece of paper because I'm going to be either writing on it or putting like notes and things on top of it. So I want it to look quite pretty. So those edges, making sure that they're down. That's the leftover bit of tissue serviette left. And look, oops, I've ripped a hole in it. But the good thing about this, it's tissue paper. It's a serviette. It's going to be very easily fixable, and it will not notice when that glue dries. It's such pretty paper. Really love this. And the thing about buying a pack of serviettes, it's just such a cheap buy. I think it was like £2.50 for a pack of serviettes. So, you know, and you can buy vellum and things like that, and you know, you're paying £5, £6, maybe more. You know, and this is such a lovely job to do. I just find it so therapeutic. So what I'm doing there is working around where there are little pockets that have not got glue, and just putting the glue on the top, because it soaks through the tissue paper, and just cover it all up. So here we go, we're doing a mending job now. A little tear of a similar coloured piece of tissue, and I can just fix that corner. I needn't have done it, but I'm just a bit, you know, I like it to look nice. I could have got, you know, it doesn't matter, it's fine. Little niggles. So here we are, it's all dried, so you leave that to dry. I mean, it doesn't take long to dry at all, sort of 10 minutes or so. You can put it on top of a radiator. I might, maybe this year, invest in one of those crafting dryers. Don't know if you've seen those, I'll maybe put a link below. They are great, and a lot of my crafting workshoppy type friends have got them, and they just make things, you know, you can, it's like a mini hairdryer. Great idea. But you can see where it's dried, it kind of dries and hardens slightly, so it's very easy to just cut and trim off those edges. And voila! Oh, so pretty, I love it. Really pretty. And here's my prayer journal. Oh no, I grabbed my Bible, yeah. You see all the little bits that I put in my Bible. There we are. So that's what I'm going to do, put my notes on it, and then later on I'll tip those in. So I'll stick those pages into my Bible, and it will be in addition to the notes that I'm taking. Really pretty. Love them. So excited. I love pretty things. Wonderful. For more tips and resources and Bible journaling ideas, do come back to my channel. Lots of love.